Welcome to Bespoke Diaries. Today's article is on Navigating the Fine Line We Walk by Mark Zimmermann, founder, CEO, on the Mark Coaching, Australia. As kids, when we go to school, we learn about important subjects, such as science, art, music, geography, etc. Yet nobody teaches us how to prepare or deal with the challenges that life inevitably throws at us. If we are lucky, we are born into a loving family that instills sound values in us from a young age, where we are encouraged to learn from our mistakes and where acceptance is the norm and resilience is built through controlled guidance and parental support. Not everyone's paths are the same, not everyone's experiences are the same, and not everyone's journeys are supported and encouraged in the same way. Many would argue what is the right way versus the wrong way, but ultimately in life, the emotional and physical scars we carry are a direct reflection of how life has dealt us challenges to deal with along the way. He was fortunate enough to have been born into a caring, loving family. He grew up during South Africa's apartheid era, and even then, during the tumultuous times of the 70s, 80s and early 90s, he has no idea what the true meaning of hardship really was. It was only later on in life that he learned how privileged his upbringing was, and how insulated and protected he was from life's hardships. It was not until his late teens that he decided to leave the nest and move to the UK to live by himself, earn a salary for himself and have the responsibility and accountability of looking after himself on a personal level, but professionally look after a team of people in his work environment. Having started out at the bottom of the corporate pecking order, as a change room attendant in a London-based health and fitness club, he realized just how cruel and how kind this world can be at the same time. It was during those early years of deciphering what independence and leadership truly mean, that he learned that leadership begins within, and independence is supported by self-confidence and belief. So how does one learn or prepare for life's hardships? Professionally, by the time he was 24 years old, he was doing really well thanks to a sound work ethic, not being afraid of putting in more than he took out, and more importantly, he was learning to be comfortable outside of his comfort zone. Mark realized that one should never allow perfection to get in the way of great, and it became very clear to him that mindset and attitude play a far greater role in fronting up to life's curveballs than anything academic or has been taught to us. Having the ability to get the simple things right, such as offering to help, being a great listener and not being afraid to try, always leads to the outcomes he was looking for, or at least placed him on the right path to achieving those outcomes. It was through life's hardships, however, that he learned the most valuable lessons. It was during the darkest days that he built the most resilience, and it was when he was down to his last dollar he was thinking creatively and allowing his entrepreneurial streak to shine. We all have it, we just need to create pathways for it to come out. Without those sink or swim days, he would not have been forced to do things differently. Without the costly mistakes that he now refers to as his school fees, he would not have gained perspective, which later became an absolute core strength. When we talk about hardships, the big one that he was not prepared for was the untimely and sudden passing of both his parents in quick succession hit him the hardest. It taught him yet again that life does not always give you the ability to do things at your pace. The universe sets the pace, and we need to operate and thrive within those parameters. When a heart-wrenching curveball hits us, it reminds us yet again how fragile life is, and more importantly, it forces us to apply perspective, which is a very powerful thing. Losing his parents was tough, but in their loss, they left him a gift. They taught him that to be strong means to open oneself up to being vulnerable and not allow ego or arrogance to have a home in your mind's eye. That loss, as painful as it was, and being able to not bury it in the back of one's mind, but rather, like anything in life that is difficult to confront, is best done head-on so that how you deal with it becomes a part of what would eventually evolve into your own legacy. Again, life delivers a painful lesson that makes us stronger for ourselves and for each other. Pretty much after 30 years of being in senior leadership and management roles, he decided that he wanted to become part of the solution to a problem that was affecting most people in the professional environment that he was in. He found that culturally, there was a huge divide between what management and leadership teams were saying, versus how they were acting. There was a great divide between the values that were printed and framed on boardroom walls versus how those businesses and leaders were behaving. So, when he decided to leave the corporate world, he also had to say goodbye to the very healthy salary, the perks of the job and the security and comfort that existing inside a comfort zone bubble brings. After he resigned from the corporate world, he decided to study coaching and psychology for 6 years. It was in 2018 that he decided to dedicate his life to helping others through coaching. When he became a qualified life coach and attained one of the highest levels of qualification one can get in coaching here in Australia, he decided that he needed to assemble a team of like-minded people who would enjoy embarking on the next phase of this journey with him with an equal amount of passion as what he has. His great passion in life is to work with teams of people and help them to unlock their true potential. Mark also knows that no two people in any work environment, sporting environment or team environment are the same. That means that even on a day when we celebrate a win together, not everyone will be feeling happy inside for reasons only known to themselves. His values continued to evolve over the years, and as he transitioned from a life in corporate leadership roles, he was happy with how his values remained true to his goals. He embraced humility, trust and respect, and learned that listening is also a superpower worth focusing on developing as a skill. In saying that, studying culture and teamwork and the elements that make people operate at the optimum together as a team became a key focus for him. Having run businesses on 3 continents across 3 industries and leading many teams along the way, he realized that no two people are the same in the same way that no two teams are the same. So, what is the secret to success in generating a winning formula for teamwork? He decided to map them out through the lens of first-hand experience. He discovered that for successful teams to develop you require the following. 1. Passion. There needs to be an electric spark. Some people call this energy or mojo or an energetic flow that forms the bloodline of any high-performance team. 2. Alignment. There needs to be clarity which is underpinned by alignment in order for success to be achieved by any team. Cohesion is the cement that bonds teams together. 3. Leadership. Strong teams deliver sound results consistently if there is healthy leadership. Please bear in mind, when he refers to a team, he is not only referring to a team in the commercial business context. He is referring to a team in a sporting context as well as in the family or personal life context. For example, the team in your personal life might be made up of family, friends, your partner and people who you choose to surround yourself with who understand you, support you and encourage you to achieve your goals. Once again, there is that an alignment that needs to be in place in order for you to achieve the successful outcome you desire. A key point that differentiates anyone, or any team between success and not success is consistency. Consistency means that if you have a taste of success or your desired outcome, it's not by coincidence. It is because you have orchestrated it to become that way, and you have established an environment for it to continue that way. It's also important to note that consistency has a direct relationship with perspective. If we apply perspective and context in the way in which they are intended to be applied, then the chances are, the other ingredients for success to occur will come together to create the perfect outcome. Mark will give you an example in a sporting context. Would you rather be a team of champions out on the field, or would you rather be a champion team made up of no big names, no legends, just like-minded, passionate people who share a common goal with clarity of alignment to support it? More often than not, a champion team will outperform a team of champions. He has come to learn that the line we walk from the moment we wake up each day to the moment we go to sleep at night is a very fine line when it comes to our feelings and the impact feelings and emotions have on our behavior and actions. Most of us walk that line like a tightrope, without realizing just how fragile that balance is in our lives. Often, he has spoken about the importance of these 7 key steps to ensuring that our energy, passion, motivation and our mojo is never lost, because, without that, life becomes a harder tightrope to walk. These are the 7 steps he would like you to reflect upon in order to generate and maintain that all-important energy we need in our lives to help maintain balance, perspective and passion for what we do. It will help create the motivation you need when it's time to get up, move on to the next task or face a challenge head-on. 1. Get up on the right side of the bed. If your last thought before you nod off each night is a positive one, then the chances are your first thought of the day will be too. He has proven to himself that falling asleep listening to a meditation segment or listening to soothing sounds leads to a healthy night's sleep. The outcomes of a great night's sleep will be evident through your first conscious thoughts when you rise to face the day. Wake up with a positive mindset and it will set you up for the day. Also, in recent years, he has learned that waking early is an incredibly powerful ace to have up your sleeve. If you are not a morning person, you should still try it. He found it liberating, to say the least. I am a 4:30 a.m. riser, and in the ocean by 5:15 a.m. Best feeling in the world. 2. Tackle the tough stuff first. Get the biggest tasks, the challenging ones out of the way as early in the day as possible. Your mojo and energy will drive you to knock these tasks out of the way first up. This will create a sense of achievement and will set you up to smash through the rest of what the day has to throw at you, and remember, curveballs are a part of each day, so expect them. 3. Live Monday to Thursday like it is Friday. Don't dread the week, embrace it. Create fun and laughter around you. It's infectious and it spreads. Bring that Friday feeling into your work life and watch the impact it has on those around you. Sounds crazy? Try it. Healthy culture stems from each individual, and your mojo drives it. 4. Have a clear plan for the day. How will you know if you have succeeded in winning the day if you don't have a clear plan for what your goals are for the day? Sounds elementary, but you will be surprised how many of us fail in this basic discipline. Prioritize the activities that are most meaningful in terms of achieving your goals. There is a great Japanese proverb that he cling to: action without vision is a nightmare, vision without action is a daydream. Bring vision and action together in the form of your goals and your plans for each day, and let your mojo drive it. 5. Bite-sized chunks. Your mojo and energy are not infinite, so use it wisely. A daunting to-do list can be scary to look at and demotivating to tackle unless you break things down into bite-sized chunks. It's a balancing act, so don't spread yourself too thin as it will drain your mojo when you start to feel like you are not accomplishing the things you want to. So, we are not human doings, we are human beings, so it's important to nurture and align your wants and needs. 6. Own it. We need to make each day count, so when it comes to achieving your goals, make sure you enjoy and celebrate those successes. Likewise, when faced with a challenge, own it, front up to it, deal with it and move on from it. Your mindset, energy, passion and enthusiasm are the ammo that you will need to overcome almost any challenge. 7. Downtime. We all love to chill out watching Netflix, spending time on social media and generally being attached to our devices. Scientific studies have proven time and time again, that true downtime is not spent in front of a screen. As the age-old saying goes, stop to smell the roses. Detach from your device for an hour or two. 40 minutes of device-free activity or exercise will do wonders for recharging the mojo flow, and topping up your energy. Go for a walk, watch the sunset. Reconnect with nature. The above 7 points now forms a part of what he has learnt and what he now coach. All of us are leaders. We all have the same 24 hours each day to be productive, and a key thing that differentiates us from each other is our mindset, our energy and our values. Map out your goals and reevaluate your values. Remember that life is wonderful, and when it challenges us in hurtful ways, it's providing us with opportunities to grow, learn and become resilient. Each of us has a superpower, be it humility, empathy, listening or helping others. Most of us don't realize we have these superpowers, so we should give ourselves the ability to find them, nurture them and unleash them. Life is fragile, but it is wonderful too. It is as cruel as it is kind, and it goes quickly, so think about the legacy you are creating, and for who it will be left to find. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Do leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For similar type of article please reach us at contact@thebespokediaries.com, or you can visit our website www.thebespokediaries.com.